Alright, I'm VOD reviewing. This is my set with MJGeesus at Sweet Spot 7. This was a losers qualifier match for top 32 and to move on to day 2. So I thought, for context, I did fight MJG earlier in the bracket. I did beat him. I think the biggest thing to take away from that previous set was that I broke a shield probably like 3 or 4 times. So he didn't get to play half the set. But that doesn't happen in this set. I think he quickly learns to not shield in the manners that he did in the previous set so that he can actually play the game. Yeah, he definitely came into the set with a bigger adaptation than I did, because I didn't learn anything from the previous set because there wasn't much data for me to learn, because I didn't give him that much of an opportunity to play. But here the set is 16 minutes in total, which goes on to say like how crazy this was. This was a best of 3 set. It was not best of 5. But a lot of people enjoyed watching it, and I enjoyed playing it. And I think it was a good learning experience for me. So he and I personally know each other as well, and we always have good sets whenever we played friendlies. So I kind of had an idea that this would be a good set, especially if it was on the big stage. So we'll go ahead and get into this.
Abilities.
I wish the quality wasn't so terrible with the recording, and that I think that was because they didn't have good internet here. So for this matchup, I kind of just think about just ways to how to abuse whenever I'm playing against Pyra Mithra, how to abuse the character tendencies rather than look at the matchup overall. Like with Mithra, it's so hard to really stop her from what she's doing because she's so fast and a lot of her moves are nearly lagless. So I'm not going to try to whiff punish her. I'm kind of more just like, well, that's not necessarily true. I think I have to be very careful about when I punish her because it could quickly turn around. And who knows? Like, she can bait out with punishes very nicely with that excellent movement. But Pyra is a much different story with her being so slow. And she doesn't have multi-hitting hitboxes with the exception of neutral B and side B. But she's slow, and a lot of her moves kind of take a little bit of time to come out, with the exception of her tilts. Her aerials kind of make a big circle around her, so whenever I'm at kill percent, I try to avoid invading that circle and just try to space her out and force her into making moves that she wouldn't be comfortable with using in neutral. And as long as I continue to space that out, and I try to look out for the dash attack at the ledge so that I don't die at super early percents. But that's kind of my game plan going into this matchup normally.
Those long instances of if you miss a input, then you're gonna get.
I don't know why I did that Octaslash. I was kind of just like, no, he's probably expecting me to do something normal, and I don't know why I did that F smash either. It was kind of like I back threw him because I was trying to get data on like what is he gonna do if I back throw him at 70-ish%, because unless if you have a good idea, or not good idea, good DI, it's not a true kill confirm. Well, maybe that was right there. No, I don't think an IDJ backer would have done the trick. I don't think that's a true combo. So I could have IDJ'd and then try to cover a jump up here, but I also kind of want to see like, okay, I'm throwing you off stage at 80-ish%, and I want to see what you're doing here. And I don't see him jump, and in my head I'm thinking F smash maybe, and then it just works. And then at this point I'm sitting at 118%, so like I'm kind of like aware that Mithra's kill options here is like the smash attacks and up smash, yeah, F smash and up smash. Other than that, she's gonna try to knock me off stage so that either her or Pyra can finish me off. So, but yeah, as long as I mix up my recovery nicely and avoid the smash attacks in this scenario, I figured I should be fine.
That range is deceiving.
I sure use up B out of the corner a lot. And something that MJG is going to be doing a lot is crossing up my shield whenever he's landing with Nair. I'm kind of surprised that that up smash didn't hit me.
Oh, nice.
And in this scenario here, I'm just trying to be very careful about getting hit by anything because like pretty much this red area where she is right now is kind of her burst range, so I think I should try to avoid that. I use that side B to kind of pressure him to do something. And he's primarily just hovering around that area, and then he uses platforms very nicely in this matchup, and that's something I never really capitalize on until a little bit towards the end of game 3.
32, it's about even right now.
I should have just done a regular F tilt. I down aired right there because I just wanted to make sure I had a jump. I figured I was going to continue to get hit, but if I had a jump, then I'll be in a much better position. I wouldn't always recommend down airing in a juggle scenario though, because that can lead to you just dying super early. I need to fix something. Okay.
You're dead.
Yeah, another thing I also got to be careful about is like when I land kind of towards the ledge, I got to be careful about dash attack. So like if I try to land while I'm in disadvantage and if I try to land with a what is it called? With an aerial, then I could get punished for that. And Mithra's pretty good with punishing landings with that dash attack. And whoops, that's right. I was trying to pop out the chat. If I could do that, there it is. Alrighty.
I had to find something to slow this character down. I was like, no,
and then there I was like, I tried to avoid doing that typical F tilt just at the ledge thing, but sometimes it just works and I need to do that.
Real light is definitely an understatement, being like one of the lightest.
Yeah, MJG he's really good at utilizing those platforms. I'm kind of sad that that I misspaced that F tilt or that fair. I'm not sure what that side B was all about, and I messed that up, so that was kind of bad on my end. And this was like really good timing. I couldn't believe that he got that. So I pretty much put the controller down. I was like, okay, I got it. I don't have to edge guard. He's also really good about mixing up his recovery timing because like the up B's coming, but is kind of just like a matter of when is he going to do it, because he's also looking out for that down air, which I never actually land.
And this would be big if,
something I also need to do about it, or can see about doing, is let's see here. So I can just do an F tilt, but what I did was that
The air dodge makes it back to the stage, though. Sephiroth having a pretty solid recovery.
so I hopped backwards just a little bit, enough for me to like position myself a little bit better, just to get myself a little bit outside that burst range, in case the side B does miss here. And it works out here because then April tries to land on me with a fair. He probably could have nared, but I think he still would have landed on top of me. So I think if the Pyro and Mithra is going to try to land on top of me, and like they fall on top of me with an aerial in the same way every time, then I should position myself in a way so that I'm able to punish with a shield grab, which is what I do right here.
If Tan can get any more
I had the spacing, had the right spacing again. I chose not to do anything, but he did spot dodge right away. So I don't know if that's safe on shield.
Like I learned spot dodge down tilt. Good stuff.
cooking your hot pockets a little too long, you know, they get burned.
He left them cuts all over the microwave.
He's also starting to spot dodge as well because he knows that Sephiroth doesn't have a lingering hitbox.
Don't want to jump up and then get hit by a back air. Once again,
That's okay.
Sadly, barely off on that spacing. I like the idea we saw there though.
That was bad.
Special makes it back to the stage.
I think I was so anxious to close it out that I went for that drop zone fair.
A counter that attacks for you, man.
And you can see that I get fared here, and I know that like he's gonna either try to chase me down with a dash attack in this area, or he could jump and fair or up air. And so I double jump and I double jump again to make sure I stay out of that range. I don't think Pyra, like even if Pyra did fair or up air me though, I'm not sure if I was dead.
Character, what do we expect?
True, you gotta make sure you're getting your money's worth with the character. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Hey.
Yeah, I'm also thinking like just stay away from the back air. Just don't get back aired.
Hey. While making it back to the stage.
And I jumped so high up to like make sure there's like I'm staying just outside that burst range for Pyro, and then like I'm gonna just go bouncing back and forth between the platforms to make sure that I'm not in range of that up air. And then I finally, like for the whole set, I think this was kind of like almost like a conditioning sort of thing that I did to him, where in the previous scenarios when I threw him off stage with a back throw, I didn't make any follow up, and you kind of just see like what is he doing. And that was a pretty bad dash attack because it just wasn't spaced well. And after I threw him off stage hit him with the fair, I kind of was like, okay, he has no jump. You can see that bubble right there. It occurred like right there, and I knew it was like, okay, he doesn't have a jump, so I can just react. So he had to side. He could have either sided me or continued to drift in, and either way, I'm still able to react to that. And I'm pretty sure he uses air dodge as well. No, he didn't use this. Okay, so this is kind of important about recovery and disadvantage, is that if you get thrown off stage as a character with a bad recovery, you have to be especially careful about using your double jump immediately, or just doing anything immediately out of tumble, because it's a pretty easy habit for good players to catch on. But I understand why he double jumped immediately in that back throw, is because the other two back throws that I had done in that scenario, I didn't do anything. I didn't even follow up with a true back air. It was kind of just trying to gather data, and so I didn't mean to condition him. Actually, it did actually just work out of me just saying, okay, well, I really want to close out the stock, and if he double jumps right here, then I would be in a very good position. And he double jumped and I hit him, so after that, I was able to just close out the stock with a counter.
Get you.
In the chat, MJGeesus. Undefeated. Shout out to everybody here hanging out in Lawrence, Kansas. We are at Kansas University, and MJGeesus is taking off the bag. Oh no, he took the weight off, bro.
And we go right back here.
He's got the
And like another thing I have to be careful about doing is just doing these random grabs.
Holding myself back.
I should have learned from that previous game was that
Grab set for get your counter.
A-roll is not shielding.
That is one thing that must be kept in mind. Yes, that counter does attack, and if you go ahead and grab him,
Yeah, A-roll's doing a really good job, and I am panicking right now. I gotta be more careful about my panic options whenever I'm at like super low percent. Like I'm at 60-70%. I didn't need to do all this stuff immediately. Like Pyro's not killing me right now. Sometimes I just like it may have just been better to eat the percent rather than burn all these options, because I could have actually escaped that combo much earlier had I been a little more reserved.
This is the adaptation you said earlier. It's like you might get the
Sometimes
game,
that down throw follow up is really tricky. Because like a DI can mix that up. Another thing is that at this point that A-roll is starting to look out for the up B on our shield, because he positions himself like right here is just behind. So if I were to up B, I'd end up like probably right here, in which case A-roll could punish me very nicely. Instead I down tilt. So yeah, he was expecting that up B, and then he didn't get it.
each time Dr. Tan is getting these grabs from MJGeesus and tossing them off the stage, MJGeesus has not been jumping. Dr. Tan is looking for the jump, and I'm starting to wonder if Dr. Tan starts scouting that out, going for like the forward punish instead of going for these forward airs, then maybe we'll be able to see MJGeesus.
Yeah, and I'm kind of looking out for some of the typical Mithra stuff, which is just running aerial. And I'm not doing a good job at capitalizing off of it. I think I should just be using more back airs in that scenario to cover that huge space. And I think I start figuring that out with F tilt instead. Another thing is I also need to use up air in more scenarios.
You know, for most characters, you can still be sitting pretty cool, but Step Up is a light character.
Yeah, but we also gotta
that was a good bait. I think he was just waiting to see what am I gonna do when I whiff that, or just like punish the immediate option after whiffing the side B. Yeah, he's just chasing me down now. That's something that Mithra is really good at. Is like you don't have to have a read on your opponent's landing. You could just react to it, because Mithra is so fast.
You're just talking about quick option.
Probably like his quickest option, but I mean that's not.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about how absurd down air is, because I've always considered down air at the ledge, but in neutral I just forgot about it.
Quick options, and that was a quick option. The down air into up air, and now MJGeesus is sitting pretty.
Yeah, he's giving me a lot of respect.
And now,
so like even with me being off stage like this, I don't know why he did. Oh, he's probably avoiding the Oxyslash.
MJGeesus is sitting pretty.
And he tried to punish the whiff dare, and then I just get out of there with the hitbox shifting. And he's trying to get this early stock click, so he hits me off stage, and I'm coming in kind of a weird angle, so kind of close to the stage, and he just positions himself so nicely to kind of cover all of this and below the stage as well with a down air. But I recover pretty quickly with a normal get up or normal grab.
Okay, all right. Catching those jumps there.
This is the scary part for both players because
Yeah, that was good for me. I need to.
this is the scary part.
I feel like a lot of this is just about
One wing is
realizing what good spacing is in this matchup.
Realizes if you go and lose your stock, it gets quicker. The wing
Yeah,
comes
like-
out quicker. If you go
So I hit him, and then he switches over to Mithra, and I realized that in the corner, he likes to jump up to the platform and try to land on me while I'm holding center stage.
it gets
So I spaced myself kind of just over here on the right side to say, okay, you can have it, but the moment you drop down and do something, I'm going to try to hit you with Bear or F-tilt. And with him being at 99%, it would have sent him off stage again.
one wing comes out.
But then
If you go
he hesitates a bit,
it gets quicker.
and I figured, okay, I went with the defensive option, and he didn't bite, so I'm going to play a little bit more aggressive while he's in a position as Mithra to not retaliate in such a strong way.
One wing comes out
So I'm just
quicker.
going to run up in Nair, because I hadn't flashed that option previously.
Go. The throw, dash attack, no tech.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the footstool.
That was
Attack, no
really scary.
until
He hasn't really punished me for jumping out of that particular throw. Instead, he's just catching landings. Like, he's opting to just catch landings instead of punishing things immediately. So the upside of doing that is I burned my defensive resources. Then, so I just burn one of my 2 double jumps, and then that just makes it easier for him to maintain an advantage. At this point, like, I'm scared because I'm at my last stock, and definitely at kill percent. And I'm just looking out for that down air because I know that, like, even if with him being a stock ahead of me, even if my Octoslash were to hit him, if he were to trade, if we were to trade his down air with my Octoslash, he wins the set, and he's perfectly fine with that trade. With him being at this side of the stage, Octoslash will not kill at this percent, and it'll send him probably over here. And at worst, it's just like, okay, it's just reset neutral. Yeah, I think in this, so I think in other scenario, in a different scenario, I actually don't agree with this side B here, blazing end. He probably should just go straight for the down air or threaten the down air. And I'm fine with whiffing this up smash because I know it's like, okay, I'm going to cover all of this right here, including the platform. So I know that he likes to land on that platform, and I think I charged it and timed it in such a way so that I would catch his normal landing and an air dodge to the platform.
I like what you saw there, though.
And then instead he goes to the ledge, which means like, okay, I'm not screwed. I just barely missed that ledge guard.
Nice specials back to the stage.
I'm a pasta man right now. Oh no.
And he's already positioning himself to catch my up B onto stage, but I don't give it to him right away. And it was a bad F smash actually. I need to do that more. He had good DI at that time. He was also at 152, so. But yeah, one thing that has been pointed out to me in the past is that I need to be a little more aggressive with my edge guarding, since Sephiroth is so good at that. Yeah, I did a good job at holding on to my jump here. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I see this move. Like, it was even before I used my first jump. He throws me off stage. I'm thinking, okay, so I can use one jump here and recover. And I can mix up my recovery if I see anything. Like if he throws out another blazing end, or if he tries to get me with a down air, I can try to mix up my recovery so that I can avoid getting caught by that. This is kind of the importance of saving your double jump. I know Winged Sephiroth has 2 double jumps, but it's still something to consider. Because imagine if I had burned my second double jump in that scenario and I got hit by the chroma dust, I would get sent over probably about the same area and the same amount of end lag. So at this point, my only option would have been to recover from this angle, in which case MJG, instead of using his blazing end, could jump over the Octoslash and then hit me with the down air. Because at worst, it trades for him, and he would have killed me. So that's just something else to think about when you're trying to recover. It's just something to consider of managing your resources appropriately rather than burning everything all at once. So, and because I conserve my double jump, I'm able to stall out the blazing end.
Yeah, and that was one wing coming in handy because
At this point, I'm like, I'm just waiting for you to do anything. I am trying to avoid getting hit at this point. It's like, I'm at disadvantage at 138%. Anything that Pyra does will probably kill me. So outside of that dash attack range, I can react to it. And so I'm dashing back, dashing forward, and shielding, trying to anticipate. It's like, okay, I'm going to flash a little movement, shield, flash a little movement, shield, just make him think that, like, okay, I want you to try to hit me with something so that I can punish you. And then I'm just going to work my way just out of the corner, waiting for him to either give me space or make a bad commitment.
Yeah, and that was one wing.
Because he's also respecting my up B range, and then eventually he just gives me center stage at this point.
Jumps, and the one wing extra jump you got was.
And then I try to do the aggressive option, and I think that kind of throws him off here. So I know that he likes to go up here for the platform. He doesn't. Rarely have I seen him run underneath the platform in this scenario. He goes up to the platform, and I guess this is a way of him drawing in his opponent so that the opponent either whiffs something right here or shields in center stage, and then he mixes up where he lands on his opponent's shield and then punishes accordingly. If they whiff something right here, he can drop through the platform and punish him with a fair or a bear and then start a combo. But Pyro is not fast enough for that. And I think this is a scenario where the Waveland actually saved him.
Tan had already used his jumps and the one wing act.
Yeah, so he would have landed right here. And I know at this point, it's like, I'm not getting punished by anything that's going to kill me in this scenario. So I'm going to at least try to get something going. But because he wave lands towards this ledge, to this corner right here, it actually works out. So I suppose wave landing on a platform like this would be good in the scenario of, you know, that your opponent's going to aim for the wrong area. But I don't know if April knew that I was going to do that. But either way, it still worked out for him.
Jump you got was the reason why he was able
and then he tries to run away, and I just catch him.
Back to the stage. We got Infra Pack. Okay, forward smash there. I'm actually very surprised to
the
see
scary part, though.
because
I kick myself every day for missing that edge guard.
okay, forward smash.
Let's,
Okay,
because,
to the stage.
okay.
Infra
All right, let's think about this scenario here. He just whiffed an F smash. He's trying to kill me. Like, I know at this point he might be a little scared. At this point, I should have figured out he's probably scared, and he wants me dead right now. He wants to kill Winged Sephiroth right now before he loses the set. And so, F smash on shield, I punish it.
forward smash there. I'm actually
He immediately air dodges because it was good. It was good DI. He DI'd in.
we got Infra Pack. Okay, forward smash
He DI'd in so that the back air range would have been awkward, but he air dodges in,
there. I'm actually
and I'm able to punish that with a down throw. I probably should have F thrown actually.
very surprised to see
The scary part.
And That would have been the set. That would have been the set because he double jumps right here. If I had... So the fair came out down here. If I had fared up here, that was it. That was the set. And I missed the edge guard, put myself in disadvantage. I'm like, okay, watch out for dash attack, watch out for F tilt, and then I get hit by F tilt as I'm landing.
Taking the stock there, I believe. MJGeesus bringing this to a game number 3.
And the scary thing about that forward tilt is it's so quick. Pyramithra can actually fully charge neutral B, the spinning thing, like, and then forward tilt immediately after, and it's unpunishable. That's the wild thing about it. But we got game 3. Where do you think Tan's gonna want to go? Like, what do you think the stage? Like, let's get in the player's head a little bit. What do you think?
Damn. So I mean, I just feel like their characters like Sephiroth, like a smaller stage maybe, just because. Man, I don't even know if you really want to like. I just don't know what like Sephiroth players are like really go for when it comes to like. I feel like you want a bigger stage to like get your space like from an opponent, because you obviously don't want to be like up, you know, close and personal. But I think like stages like Smashville, once you get somebody in the air, I mean, there's not too, you know, many places you can land because you got that giant sword.
Yeah.
So I think in a matchup like this, like it could come down to a comfort pick.
Comfort pick. This is just everybody like, you know what, I'm just gonna play Pokemon Stadium.
You know what's crazy today? So I actually had 2 sets in double back to back, where the people were like, I'm banning PS2. Like before we even like did rock paper scissors, you know, I was like, oh my gosh, like you guys are goated, because I was gonna ban that stage anyway.
Oh, city, town, and city. Okay, the bigger stage, wider blast zones, you know, all the stuff we just talked about.
I actually went to town and city because that was the place where I had beaten April in our first set. So I figured I like the wide range of movement that I have available to myself, so I can more easily react to Pyra and Mithra. I think I was trying to start using more full hops to avoid start punishing my opponent, or sorry, April. But Mithra has such low landing lag or end lag that I just can't punish that effectively, because right here, like I kind of figured that if I side B and whiff, he's going to try to punish me, so I'm just going to hop over it and try to land on top of him with Nair, but Mithra's so dang fast that it just doesn't matter, so I can't use that option as effectively as I'd like to. Either that, or I should have side beat it earlier. No, that just doesn't work. Who would have thought that full hop Nair in my position with Mithra landing in my area with the fair would lose. And I burned my double jump immediately because I'm panicking. Yeah, that was good. He's very good at that interaction of landing on your opponent with an aerial. Like I could or could not land on my opponent with my aerial. At this point, I realized I should be aggressive with him being on the platform rather than letting him dictate the interaction. So I try to nair the platform to start something. And I'm kind of surprised that I didn't get hit by a down air and die.
Being able to have the flatness of no platforms to the triple and then the double.
And I'm also surprised I didn't get hit by there. And so this next sequence is pretty good for me, because he burned his double jump right here, and I recognize that. I'm thinking, okay, he's coming down aggressively, so as Pyra. He's coming out of the corner aggressively as Pyra, and he's trying to kill me now. He's trying to kill me out of the corner, so I should be able to start throwing out up airs. Yeah, you can see he started the down air animation. And I know he's got no double jump. So I'm thinking in this scenario, I was like, okay, juggle scenario. I just hit him with an up air. He has no jump. he has the switch, and he has one air dodge. So I'm going to try to jump up here and try to catch him. So I believe that if he didn't air dodge, I would have hit him and he would have died, and he knows this. But I have enough time to follow up with another up air, so that was just option coverage.
Still makes it back to the stage. The up air, where does he go? There are no platforms.
And then I flash the up air towards the top of the stage as well to force out another one of the two options he has available. And he just so happened to burn both of those options as he's falling because he just doesn't want to die.
Needing that one after losing that last game.
And you can definitely tell it's like the.
And I counter right there because I didn't believe that my fair was going to hit him. But I wonder if I could have done something off that fair.
And you can definitely tell it's like the.
No, I don't think so.
Thing, like Tan is like really, you know.
So I don't think it really mattered.
Not the pressure really, like feeling like, okay, you know, I can make this upset.
Yeah, definitely knows he's in the spotlight. Performing to his best right now. Ooh, gosh, dang, breaking right through that move, and that's a nice little trick going if you're going to get some pyro history.
So now there's no center platform for him to land on. So if he's going to jump like that, I need to be a little more aggressive about hitting him. Sephiroth's really good at catching those. At this point, I'm like, this platform was always scary. Because I know it's like, okay, he could try to run up and fair me. And if he does, I just need a shield. So I'm just going to wait to see if that option ever comes out. If it never comes out, I think I'm just going to go to ledge.
It's just so deceiving. You think it might.
And then he fares. I'm surprised that missed me. But I time it just right, and then I'm expecting him to try to catch my landing like something new, like up tilt, but he ends up dash attacking.
Back to Niffer, the right idea there, so you know you can just bob and weave, get in there, ooh, to Niffer, the right idea there, so you know you can just.
That down tilt is just really good.
Ooh, he said, forget that counter, back.
And then I get comboed for a long time here. Because Mithra is just, she's just one of those characters. I meant to just grab ledge, but I misspaced that.
I definitely think these platforms are benefiting MJG. You know, got the down air.
At that point, I'm like, okay, I need to do something desperate here. It's like he's probably not expecting to get hit by Dare at this point.
Oh no.
And this is when I realized, like, okay, instead of allowing, because the middle platform is back, instead of allowing MJG to dictate the pace of the match or the interactions, I'd rather just let him think let him feel comfortable about using platforms in neutral, and instead of, because like this wasn't a random nair, because you see what I do here.
Oh no.
I full hop nair, so I'm figuring out, okay, he's probably expecting me to retreat back towards the right after I miss something here. So he's probably expecting me to retreat back over here. It's like, okay, neutral's been reset. And so he's just going to go up here to the platform and try to just immediately push me into this corner. But that doesn't happen. So you're telling me a doctor made this tan? A doctor made this tan. And a shrimp fried some rice, yes.
Oh no.
But so yeah, I understand his movement path is from this side of the stage to the platform. And so I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to intercept this, and I want to make sure the momentum doesn't stay on his side and just continue to rack up percentage. But I don't get a whole lot off of that.
Oh no.
So if I had wing, I don't think there's really anything else I could have done off of that nair.
Oh no.
So yeah, I think there wasn't much I could have done anything off that nair. So this is just a scenario of me landing and him landing on a platform. Maybe I could have up aired actually.
Oh no.
Yeah, I may have been able to just double jump, and as I'm falling, do an up air through the platform to hit him, but like, should I have not hit him and just let him try to do something else? Or should I have up aired? But we'll never know. That platform's going away now, so...
Towards the second and third stocks, but we're gonna see what Tan can do with this handy, but towards the second and third stocks, but we're gonna see what Tan can do with this.
I kind of figured that he might start playing a little more aggressively on the ground, so I'm going to try to cover more grounded options.
Not gonna hit there. Oh, dang, what a stage. All right then, bro. I see you.
You just like it pokes you through the stage. You don't think it will. You're like it's like the peekaboo game. Oh,
And both of our spacing is really good here. If he had not DI'd right like he did, he would have died. And then I just barely missed that. I just barely missed that that fair. If I had hit this fair, it would have been huge. I probably could have down aired. Nah, I wasn't in the right positioning for it. This was so scary because I was like, all right, just avoid getting the bear because avoid getting bared here because his back is facing me. So like, okay, I'm gonna flash my bear. He rolls in. I'm thinking, oh crap, she could nair and kill me. Just back away some more because she just rolled again and she could bear at any point here. Oh god, I'm towards the ledge in a corner. She could dash attack me. And then I up B immediately out of the corner. And he does this like little movement thing. And he kills me with his first up tilt. I don't know what that second fair was for. Yeah, that was just a bad second fair. I probably could have spent that doing nothing actually. But so because I did that second fair, I literally swung at nothing. I swung at nothing because I was like, I could fair twice because I full hopped. I full hopped so I can fair twice. Watch me full hop. I cover super high, well above where he was. So this was just bad. This was bad right here. Well, this one wasn't so bad because he may have, and he could have possibly just jumped off the platform, and then I would have hit him. But then the second fair was useless. In fact, it actually hurt me because he lands with a fair and punishes me and gets out of disadvantage. And then I start spamming the F tilts because I'm like thinking, like one of these has to hit. If I just keep throwing out an F tilt, eventually one will hit, right? And then you start doing that movement thing again, and I figured it's like I don't want to get hit by that again. Yeah, so 10 F tilts later, it finally connects. And then. And then I realized he's controlling the situation again, so I pick up on the fact he's using these platforms for this pressure. Like I'm basically giving him center stage. And that was a pretty big problem, I'd say, in this set. So yeah, I pretty much give him center. Like I need to consider the top platform as center stage as well, but a less advantageous center stage. I messed up that nair. If I had delayed that nair, I probably would have hit. I don't know what that second side B was for. Yeah, I need a... So that thing I did earlier where what was it? Where I ran up underneath the platform and then naired. I should have done this. I should have started doing that in this second game here because I let him get away with it for pretty much the entire set. And then I just explode. So I'd say... one thing I could have done better was like, I recognized what he was doing, but I failed to actually capitalize on it. With him using those platforms on PS2 and Smashville. So look, he's gonna do it again. I should have just nared right here. Like, I should have pulled that out on this stock. And I think, I don't know, I just forgot somehow. And I'm not disappointed in that because I know that that recognition is important for my growth as a competitor. But it's also nice to know that I'm able to recognize that's where I messed up. So in the future, whenever I recognize that a player is utilizing platforms to approach, I need to be able to capitalize off of that. Because some characters are worse off of platforms than others, and I think Mithra is one of those characters. So just using Nair and other moves to stuff them out before they get to the platform should have been an option for me. Like, I should start playing aggressively, but I start playing scared here because I'm thinking it's like not because I figured I was at kill percent. I forgot I was at kill percent because of pirate down air up smash. But unfortunately, that was it.
And you got TKO'd. You weren't ready for it. That knockout came out and bang, she sends you out of this.
That was a really fun set. This tournament was probably the most fun that I've had at a tournament in a very long time. Because I played, so my tournament run was a ZSS named McSquiggles. He was a pretty good ZSS and it was a close set. And then it was MJG, who I 2-0'd and was a big upset. And then I played Dr. Kakenstein, who's been on a rise recently and has continued to get better. And I've been seeing his results for, I think it's the Springfield tournaments. It's some of the Missouri side tournaments, and I know he was an online warrior or not an online warrior. He plays online a lot. You just drinking water? Okay. I thought my dog was eating something he wasn't supposed to eat. But Dr. Kakenstein and I actually played a good handful of games online well before Sweet Spot happened, and I wasn't ready for the Bowser Jr. matchup. Bowser Jr. is a matchup check. He's not a tough character to beat, and I can't think of any characters that hard lose to him. I think most, if not all, the cast has even or slightly winning or slightly losing matchups against Bowser Jr. Like, Bowser Jr. probably has some hard losing matchups, for example, against like Steve, but he's also banned, so who cares? But my online sets with Dr. Kickenstein really helped out with the matchup knowledge, because then I realized I can't recover in the same way I would like to all the time, because Bowser Jr. actually has options to contest those with his with up B and the Mecha Koopa. He can throw those off stage. Those are, for example, and then he can also do the Bowser cart thing, the side B off stage, and he can actually hit me during my horizontal recovery and kill me at super early percents. He got those with me a lot online, but he didn't get them with me at all at the tournament. He didn't. I don't think he reversaled me in game 2, but I don't think he actually edge guarded me at all in the set. In fact, I edge guarded him a lot. And then the other difference I made against him was, if he's ever going to try to aggressively approach me, he doesn't have any lingering moves that start combos or start anything, for example. So when I see that he's making any sort of approach, I just start nairing him and make him scared to try to jump in at me, because Bowser Jr. He's not a fast faller. he's not at floaties per se, but he's not a fast faller, so I was able to capitalize on that. And then he actually, in game 2, he almost 3-stocked me, and I think I brought it back to a 1-stock game. On my first stock, I was winning, and then he reverse edgeguarded me because I went off stage with a drop zone fair, and he up-B'd and behind me and did that swing with the club thing and hit me. I took like 20 damage, and I was sent so far off stage without my double jump, so I just died. Then the next stop he took pretty quickly, and then after that I slowly brought it back and then lost. And then game 3, I started out with a pretty significant lead, and he almost brought it back to a close game. Then I killed him off stage. And then my next set was Apollo Kage, and that was a fun set as well. I didn't get absolutely run over. I think both games, I lost 2-0. Both games I started out with a stock lead, but with Apollo Kage being as good as a player that he is, he just closed it out very nicely. I don't even know what I did wrong. I never did a good job at. He would try to land on top of me with a back air. Like, he'd full hop and then he'd come down with a back air with all of this projectiles laying out in the field. So I think I didn't know how to respond to that pressure effectively, and he got the necessary kill confirms when they arrived. But I think I caught him by surprise with a couple things because I have my own play style, and he has enough experience with Ned, for example. Then after I lost to Apollo Kage, then this set right here happened, and it was on the big stage, and I was the crowd favorite after that F smash from the first stock. But it's good that I had such a great tournament run at Sweet Spot 7. For those of you who don't know, I'm getting married this year. The marriage date is set for October 28th. And yeah, my wedding date is set for October 28th. And so my groomsmen, most of them are smashers. The only one groomsman that isn't a smasher is my cousin who lives in Texas. And so a lot of us were going to Sweet Spot 7, and I felt this was an appropriate time to have my bachelor party. So this was kind of my bachelor party. It was, it's easy, and I don't like hassles. So I'm happy that I performed as well as I did. I'm happy that this set got on stream. And I'm happy that most of my friends made it to the tournament. I got to see them. But I'll try to make it up to Lua 5 if I have time, though I think that's kind of nearing the wedding time, but we'll see what happens. But I'm going to now take my dog out real quick, and then I'm going to switch over to Elden Ring. I'll be right back.